What's up, everybody? This is Ming Chen. We're back with Drew Selden. Comic-Con Revolution. The revolution is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. May 16th and 17th, Ontario, California. Ontario Convention Center. It is back. It is bigger than ever. It is exciting. I can't wait to be back. Please welcome back Drew Selden.
Hey, everybody.
Atomic Crush Events. And,
yes.
One of the brainchilds behind Comic-Con Revolution. Welcome back, my friend.
It's good to be back. Thank you very much for having me again.
I always love telling people, it's like, all right, it's one of the best cons in Southern California. All the guys,
I agree.
All the guys who organize are East Coast.
Oh yeah, well, listen, we have to bring our brand, out there.
Yeah.
The Inland Empire needs us.
The Inland Empire absolutely needs you. Yeah, and I've grown to really, really love the Inland Empire.
Yeah, it's an amazing I'd never even heard of it, 9 years ago,
Yeah.
and now I always talk about it.
How did it come on your radar? I don't know if we ever talked about this.
So
you got LA. Everyone knows LA,
Right.
Hollywood, Sunset Boulevard, Walk of Fame, all that. And 45 minutes east, there's the Inland Empire.
the gem.
Yeah, Ontario, California, Rancho Cucamonga, Chino, Rolling Heights, Walnut, all that. And so there's a whole community out there of nerds, who aren't
About 12 million of them.
who they could go to LA, but it's a haul down Highway 10.
Yes,
and
and
so
in traffic it could take you a week. So
yes, I've been there. I've been there.
So yeah, the funny thing is when this idea came about, and believe it or not, this is year 9. We our first
Can't
con.
believe it.
Right? How is it possible? We've been doing this for 9 years already. So the first one was in May of 17, and when we were talking about it in the middle part of 2016, we're looking for locations, and obviously as well as anybody, there's a con everywhere every weekend.
Everywhere.
So it's finding an underserved area, and it's finding a weekend where you're not up against a big regional con or a big con in general, because you're going to be fighting for guests. So that took months of research because NASA couldn't figure that out, but we stumbled upon this convention center, and it's a really nice convention center.
Yeah, it looks like it was built yesterday.
Right. And the funny thing, have you seen the Hilton commercial? There's a Hilton commercial where they use it as a mock airport. And as I'm watching the commercial, I start laughing to myself.
Man, I know that hallway.
Right, I'm laughing. I'm like, that's not an airport.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's the Ontario Convention Center.
Get
So
out of here.
So that made me laugh. But it's a great building, and it's surrounded by all these great cities. Huge comic fans, huge pop culture fans, who now they don't have to go to LA or they don't have to go to Palm Springs. There's about 12 million people there. And when we found it, and then, again, found a weekend, it was like, listen, this is the spot, or we're never going to find a spot.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you did great. And strategically, it works well. Very populated, underserved area, like you mentioned before. But also, a big component of Comic-Cons is celebrity guests. And most of them live in that area.
Yes.
So it's very attractive to them. It's like, wait, I can come out, hang out, sign, meet people for the weekend. I can be in my own bed Sunday night.
right.
Yeah.
Or in some instances, they've been like, hey, I definitely want to come. I definitely want to do the show. But are you against me going home on Saturday night so I can see my... No. Like you said, hour and 10, hour and 15.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a component too that's very attractive to people.
Yeah, it's great. And as such, your guest list is pretty stacked this year.
Yes, we every year we got to try and do better than the previous year. And last year we had Smallville, which was sick. I mean, on a personal note, for me, that was just unbelievable.
Yeah, and everybody. Tom Welling, Michael Rosenbaum.
Yeah, and
pretty much everybody.
Oh my God! And just how great are they?
Yeah.
I mean,
John Schneider. Yeah. Kent.
Right, and Erica Dre. I mean, Lois. But again, like, also the fact how much they love each other and how friendly they all still are. It makes meeting them so much more fun.
Yeah.
It really does. And as a huge fan of that show, it was so exciting to see that, like, they really are tight.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I've met them individually. It's something about when they're all together at a convention. It's like the energy just is exponential.
It explodes. Yeah. Like I said, they were amazing. But this year, so we had to outdo that, and we're sticking with our theme of reunions.
Yeah, which is smart. Why not? Why come for one cast member when you can get a whole bunch of them,
right?
And get whatever item you have cast signed, like,
right? Which makes it so much cooler. I mean, it's also, and getting that cast photo. I mean, one of my favorite photos I've ever taken in the last 8 years, this being 9. is with the Smallville photo.
Yeah.
And that's just a special one to me. We also have ones with when we did the Clone Wars reunion.
Yep.
I have one when we did the Avatar reunion.
Yeah.
And this year I plan on getting.
Yeah. What do we got this year?
So tell me you.
Reunion wise.
Yes, reunion wise. So we've got Battlestar Galactica.
Okay.
So we've got Katie Sackhoff, Trisha Helfer, Grace Park, James Callis, and Edward James Olmos.
That's
so we have a nice set of components. We've got Cylons, we've got Colonials, we've got some who were both.
we literally shoot an episode at Comic-Con Revolution if they needed one.
And again, if you love the show, so you can get a group shot, or if you love the fact that Boomer shot Adama, you can get that duo. If you just want to get Cylon, so like I said, that's super cool. Next one, we just announced last week a whole bunch of people from Arrow. Katie Cassidy, David Ramsey, Katrina Law, Katie Lotz. So if you're a fan of Arrow, that's great. Good reunion.
Yes, do not fail this city, ladies and gentlemen.
Do not fail.
Come to
you
Comic-Con.
have failed this city.
Yeah, don't do that. Come to Comic-Con Revolution.
If you're more into the pop culture aspect, I mean, if you're my age, 5 years younger, 10 years younger, 5 years older, 10 years older, we have cast members from Beverly Hills 90210. We all grew up on it. You could sit there and lie and say you didn't watch.
No, I watched.
Right, and say you don't know what the Peach Pit After Dark was. You weren't horrified, when Kelly Taylor was having drug problems. When Andrea Zuckerman got pregnant. But so we've got Jenny Garth, we've got Ian Ziering, and also for you Sharknado fans, Ian does this really fun thing with his selfies. He has the shark superimposed in the back. So when he sent me those, I was hysterical at that. We've got Gabriela Carteris, and we've got Brian Austin Green, who also was in one of the coolest, most underrated shows ever, the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Yes.
I don't know why that didn't last. I thought that was a great show.
Yeah.
I guess
I think it was Fox, right? Knocked out the park with Summer Glau.
And I thought that was such a cool show. Animation, we're doing a Sonic the Hedgehog 35th anniversary reunion. So there's a bunch of people from Sonic coming. If you're into Rick and Morty, we've got Rick, Morty, and Summer coming.
Yeah.
So, like I said, there's a lot. It's the 100th anniversary of Winnie the Pooh. We have Jim Cummings coming.
Yeah. The voice.
Yeah.
Of Winnie the Pooh.
Right. I mean,
bother.
Right. And he barely looks, 50, let alone 100. So, and that's the mass media portion of it, and there's so much more, and we still have other stuff to announce. So we are not done. So definitely keep checking ComicConRevolution.com. Follow us on the social media.
Yep.
So wrestlers, today we announced Tully Blanchard, one of the Four Horsemen. We also have his daughter Tessa Blanchard. So that's a kind of a cool generational photo op. Kurt Angle's coming on Sunday. Kevin Nash and X-Pac are coming. What do you got? What's that? DXP.
I was actually
the Generation X there.
Yeah, I got sucked back into wrestling very recently.
It's still fun.
Wrestling's bigger than ever right now.
Yeah,
there's no doubt.
So again, there's some Hall of Fame stuff there. There's a father-daughter thing. There's a lot of cool stuff with that. And then obviously, the name of our show is Comic-Con Revolution. So, Drew, why haven't you mentioned any comic people? How about John Romita Jr., JR, Chris Claremont, who was a tremendous crowd favorite at Revolution, and Dan Jurgens. If that's not enough for you as a comic fan, I'm sorry. I don't know what else to do for you.
And I think this is a big testament to how great Comic-Con Revolution is. So, Chris Claremont, pretty picky guy.
Yes.
He doesn't do everything.
No.
And very, very opinionated. And listen, he's a god, so he can go wherever he wants.
And say whatever he wants and sign whatever he wants. Absolutely.
Yes. And he chooses to come to Comic-Con Revolution. He's been here
a bunch of years.
Multiple years.
And the amazing thing, he consistently will sign from the minute he sits down till the minute I get to summon him, get me out of here.
Yeah.
But it's nonstop, and he will talk to every fan about every single topic that you want to discuss with him. He, to say he's knowledgeable is silly because it's so far beyond that. But he also, you hear the passion when you talk to him.
Yeah.
He loves what he does, and it comes out when you talk to him.
Yeah, he's literally built worlds, expanded universes, created amazing characters. And then he's got an opinion about all of them. He will expound on any storyline that you might be interested in.
Yeah.
And then bring your books. Bring all
As many as you can carry.
Yeah.
And he will sign them all. He's so cool about that. For me, I'm very excited to meet Dan. I mean, I feel that the death of Superman, was a pivotal moment in comics. I mean, it really. It was a moment, I'm not going to say that, rattled the industry, but it really, I mean, if you think about that was 95-ish? Something
I think it's
like
even
that?
earlier. I got to look that back up, but it was a phenomenon.
Right, but it was such, and even it still ripples. I mean, they touched on it in the Snyder movies.
Yeah.
They've talked about it in Superman and Lois, the new one that just ended. They even touched on it in Smallville. This character of Doomsday and the fact that he killed it. Like I said, it just really reverberated. And the Ramita stuff. I mean, this kind of goes without saying. I mean, that's just a family legacy.
Yeah,
that's unreal. And there's some really special packages. If Ramita's your guy,
no doubt, the man's a legend.
Yeah, where you can get your choice of headshots or full torso shots, and there's characters to choose from, and all the info's on the website, comicconrevolution.com. But again, these are things, the cliche, it's once in a lifetime. But I mean, he's never been to the Inland Empire before, and I'm not going to say he's never coming back. But
you don't know, though?
Right.
You don't know. Get it while you can.
Right. We've also struggled, and I know there's some of you out there going, well, he canceled. Yes, we did have him scheduled 2 other times, and he did have to cancel, unfortunately. But he's coming this year if I have to drag him there myself, because it's too exciting. It's too exciting to let anything stand in the way of that. So.
Yeah, and if you have the opportunity to get even a headshot, a sketch.
Oh man, I mean,
do it. It is a priceless experience, in my opinion.
Right, and there's a meet and greet with him if you want to really, like I said, if he's your guy, this is an opportunity for you really to create one of those memories that you're going to talk about for a long time, and show people the pictures and show people what you got, and other fans are just going to be like, dude, that's so sick,
Yeah,
so.
in my book, top 3 artists, bar none. No doubt.
Easily. And again, the characters, it's not just that. It's also who, whether you're choosing from Wolverine or Spider-Man. Like, it's just, you're not talking about non-icons. You just, I mean, the best of the best, the cream of the crop, the Mount Rushmore of superheroes.
Yeah.
The guy's just done unbelievable things, so.
Yeah, and we know you have that black bag Death of Superman book somewhere. Bring it out. Let's get it signed.
Oh yeah, listen. Or I'm sure somebody somewhere might be a vendor who's got an extra one, one or two.
Yeah,
right, lying around.
Yeah, and if you have it open, wear your the black armband that came with it.
Yes, definitely.
Bring the Superman obituary with you. Get that book signed.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, listen. That's why we do these things. I mean, anyone who comes and anyone who puts ones on or attends or is a guest, like you love this. And that's why we do it. To sit here and say that I do it for the money is a joke, because this
is a tough business.
Yeah, it's a tough business. I mean, listen, we work hard, we play hard, obviously, with it, but it's a love. It's a love of pop culture. It's a love of comics. It's really a tribute to all these people and all the hard work and everything they do, and it's giving fans an opportunity to have that interaction, and I think that's why cons have become so special to people.
Yeah.
And I see you with your fans. There is not someone who will meet you at a con and be like, yeah, it was okay. They gush, and that, and I'm going to embarrass you a little bit because I've seen it. They love this man, and that. It's that moment of connection. It's that created moment, and I've seen you give many fans that, and I think it's amazing.
I appreciate that.
Totally.
I mean, I think that's all from 2 things. One, I've been on the other side. I've been to conventions where I wait in line to meet an artist or a special guest, and you're nervous and maybe you don't know what to say, and you want it to be the ultimate experience. So
yeah.
I know it's like on the other side. I want to give it back from the other side. And I've been lucky enough to have that opportunity where people watch Comic Book Men or Kevin's movies or or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're fellow collectors, fellow fans, fellow fanboys, fangirls. So
Yeah.
we automatically have something in common. So I'm always like, if you're coming up, we're automatically friends, just based on purely on the fact that we like the same things.
Right. And it's funny, you are a star, whether you believe it or not. And there are bigger, there are smaller, whatever. But when I see any level of person on your side of the table giving that, reaction, and some of the biggest stars out there do it. I mean, the way you treat fans is truly no different than the way I saw Ashley Eckstein treat fans.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
No. But
she's a Jedi.
Right, right. But it's just like that moment, and everybody gets their moment. And again, that's why I think cons are so special. And it's such if you've never been to one, but you're a fan of one of these things, don't be afraid. There was a great story from last year. Guy, husband and wife came, and the wife was a big fan of Smallville, and the guy was like, oh, I don't know. He had to go. His wife dragged him.
Yeah.
And he had never watched an episode, and he saw how excited she was. And listen, a lot of women are excited when they meet Tom Welling. He's
good looking.
Yeah,
dude.
he's 6'2", he's got a little bit of the salt and pepper.
Charismatic, and he's Superman.
He's got the Superman chin going.
Yeah.
So he and I got to talking, and they then attended the Smallville Nights event. And I was like, listen, afterwards, if you guys are going home, pop in an episode. I was like, I want you to come back tomorrow as my guest. And I gave him, a pass to come back for the weekend. I said, but watch an episode. And if you're not sold in 42 minutes, then, come and tell me. And he was like, I cannot believe that I have to go back home now and watch 10 seasons of this show, 250 episodes. I'm like, listen, it sucks you in, but he had such a great experience. And again, it was his first con. He didn't really know them, but it was such, he watched his wife be so excited. Yeah. And then it got him excited. But that's why cons are amazing.
That's awesome. Spreading the gospel. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You can bring anybody in. It's, like I said, it's such a cool thing. And my partners, Mike and James, we all did this for other people. And I've told this story before, but every time we were working for someone else, and we always uttered the line, man, if this was our con, this is what we would do.
Yep, and you did it.
And that's really what we did. And whether we were right or wrong, we're still learning. We're still making mistakes. We will continue. I will always take feedback. If you are coming this year and you see me walking the floor, odds are I'm going to look stressed. I'm going to look tired. But stop and say hello. Yeah,
which is what I love. You're out there. You're on the floor. Yeah. You're at the ticketing area. You're outside with the line.
I want to meet people.
So
right,
definitely.
It always
man. If you have a compliment, definitely stop them.
Right, but if not,
let them know if there's a concern. They will address it.
Tell me as well. I mean, it always makes me laugh when people see stuff like this and they're like, "Oh, can I take a picture with you?" And I'm like, "Dude, that's a waste of data." But I'm happy to. Happy to do that for you if that's something that you want. But again, I think they know that we do care. And I think that shows. So I'm happy to do it as well.
Yeah. And I also want to talk about the vendor. It's also a huge component of any great Comic-Con. I love shopping.
Yes.
I love buying things. I love, as you look around this room, I like collecting things.
Always.
I don't know if there are any vendors that you're particularly excited about. Well, and I know it's full. I don't know if there are any vendor spaces left. I imagine not, or there might be one or two.
I mean, I know that Artist Alley is fully maxed. I know that James Ross is our head of sales and filling the floor, and he every year he's like, dude, I'm gonna need more booth space. I'm gonna need more booth space. Yeah. And we're like, hey man, unless you can add a wing to the building, there is no more. He's like, we gotta make some. So yeah, listen, it's gonna be full. We've got plenty of Golden Age, Silver Age comics. There's going to be toys. There's going to be collectibles.
Comics, by the way.
Oh yeah,
there are comics at this.
You absolutely will be able to buy comics.
It's not just one or two vendors. It's
no, there's plenty. And it's funny you talked about your collection and stuff. I always find something that I'm going to bring for my own personal collection. And last year I got issue 1 of the Smallville comic, which they had shown in the season finale, and I had them sign that for me. And this year, I actually was looking, and I found colonial dog tags on eBay. So I have Cara Thrace tags, and I have Adama tags.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Right, and you know, they were these little things. I mean, you know, they were like $15, whatever, and I'm like,
I know, but that's so cool.
right, and that's the fun of, you know, building your own collection. What's important to you? It doesn't have to be a 10-foot statue,
Yeah.
you know. But you know, it's funny, we had mentioned Katie as part of Battlestar Galactica. Let's also not forget, obviously,
She's a Mandalorian.
If you have your, you know, your Bo-Katan helmet or Darksaber, obviously those are going to be things to bring. You know, again, to spice up your own collection. And, you know, CGC will be there, so obviously anything you want to get witness graded, you know, they'll be there to make sure that happens for you. We obviously, as you know, have our cosplay contest.
Yes. One of the best.
The strap will be back in play.
Okay.
Always.
Grand prize winner gets a belt, a legit wrestling belt.
Yeah, it's.
Pretty
I mean,
awesome.
it's huge. It's probably something they're psyched to win, and then they get it home and like, what the hell am I going to do with this? But it's
Carry it around with you. Just,
yeah, I guess wear it to other shows. But you always host that with Angie.
Yes.
Angie Viper. You guys have been doing that since, I guess, year one, right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, and everyone always raves about the show. I love when people, you know, find me and they're telling me about, you know, how they spent time building their costume. Because we have the Saturday night one for the adults, and then we have one for the kids on Sunday. Because the kids should not be up against the adults. Plus, the adults, they get a little rowdy.
Yeah, a little competitive, shall we say. Yeah,
a little rambunctious, which is fun because, again, it should be a great night.
It's a contest. So
yeah, definitely. You know, well, the paneling and stuff will go up pretty soon. Kristen Simon's working on all that for us.
Oh, amazing.
She's a legend. There are Jetpack Jules jump passes, which if you don't want to wait in line and you want to be able to jump to the front of them, it's kind of like a fast pass situation. Those are available to speed up your autographs and photo op opportunities. Pose will be doing the photo ops again. You know, you can get all that in advance. You can get all that at the show. What else do we have going on this year? We'll have the movie cars out front again, which are always fun. People always love that.
Oh, I always stop for a DeLorean.
Well, listen,
always.
There's always a mistake or two you want to go back and fix, so you do need a time machine. You know, listen, the cosplay is so great.
Yeah, and I think you have one of the biggest, most welcoming artist alleys that I've ever seen at a convention. There's its own separate room, and it's huge.
The funny thing was, the first time when we took it off the floor, because we had it on the floor originally, everyone, of course, was like, no, that's going to kill us. But so John Romita will be in there, Chris Claremont will be in there. Right, so it's not a afterthought. We make it part of the show, but it is in the big ballroom. And you can spend a whole day in there.
Oh,
there's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
I love Artist Alley because you're seeing what people are working on. You're seeing people creating new characters. You're seeing people who are up and coming, sitting next to veterans who have been doing this forever. Tim Zahn will be there. He usually pops in and out of our show every few years.
Yeah, good old Timmy's on.
Good old Timmy's on there.
If you like Star Wars, Star Wars Expanded Universe, or any of his books.
Yes.
He is one of the most friendliest guys I've ever met. I always make sure to either see him or he'll come by and say hi to me. But he is a joy.
Yeah,
to hang out with.
and he's a great guy. And so I'm gonna nerd myself up a little bit. So I am a senior in college at Syracuse.
Okay.
And the last book in his original trilogy was The Last Command.
Yeah.
Right. And I was reading it. And it was Friday night, and all my buddies were going out. I had probably 80 or 90 pages to go, and I really wanted to finish. Totally faked being sick. So I could stay.
Faked illness
I faked
for the
illness
Force.
as not to be completely mocked.
Yes.
Now, if any of them see this, I am a dead man, but I'm prepared for
Not
that.
anymore.
Now.
You're not. Now you're cool. Now they're like, man, we should have stayed. You could have read it to us.
I stayed in that night in my bedroom
awesome.
under my blankie, and I finished The Last Command. Yes, I'm letting that shame go as of today.
That's no shame in that. No shame whatsoever.
So, but I mean, listen,
that's amazing.
Listen, Tim Zahn, you know, I mean, he changed Star Wars for the better. You know, at that point, the only things that had been out were the original trilogy.
That, and then later on, we had Ewoks and droids and a couple other things.
Right.
and some micro machines, but that
No,
that was it.
I mean,
They kept the flame alive for sure.
well, I mean, kept it alive, and I think reignited it in a tremendous way. I mean, outside of the fact that those characters are now in live action, which is insane. Nothing we ever could have envisioned. And then I don't know where they're going to take it in Ahsoka. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, and then we got Thrawn, one of the
Right.
baddest villains
Ever.
recent memory.
So again, if that's like meeting the guy who created, Thrawn is like, again, that's crazy. Like, you put him up there. I mean, he certainly he's better than, General Hux or, any of the clowns from the First Order.
Right.
Know. I mean,
those guys kind of one note, but Thrawn.
Yeah, I mean,
he's got depth. He's got charisma. He's very blue.
He wrote those books about with flashbacks to when Thrawn and Anakin were working together. And spoiler alert, so stop listening for a sec. But he figured out who Vader was.
Yeah.
And like I said, like that's just but he kind of didn't let it on. So. Again, Zahn, and he's someone else, much like a Claremont or whatever. If you want to talk to him, he is going to talk because he loves what he did.
Yeah, for sure. Want to talk about programming real quick? You guys always have panels that panels that just knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
Multiple panel rooms. It's not just one. You have multiple going on at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Across all different interests, whether you do cosplay craftsmanship, you want to see cast reunions, or you want to get in depth with some of the artists. Yeah. You guys have everything.
No, we'll do it all. And you can plan your weekend, and we'll have all the paneling, probably go up beginning of April. And you can plan your weekend, so you'll know when you're going to be on the floor, when you're going to be off the floor, when you're going to have time to relax, when you're going to have time to get autographs, when you're going to have time to get photo ops. But yeah, I mean, the paneling, it's an important part of a con. And like you said, there's going to be stuff, how to draw, how to do cosplay, cast reunion, where, if the show's still on, what's coming next. We have creators and whatnot from X-Men 97 coming.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a special panel related to that. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, stay tuned.
Yes, a X-Men 97 special panel. When that gets announced, just keep your eyes on that if that's a show that you're into. And if you're not, watch it. You will be. Check it out on Netflix. I'm just going to share my greatest panel experience. Every once in a while, I'll host one. And I know you host a ton of them, but Billy West came to our show a couple of years ago.
Yeah, voice
and
of
I
Fry
said,
and a million other characters.
And I said, I am hosting Billy's panel because this man to me is just off the charts. And I even started off by I introduced myself, I introduced him, and I said, quite honestly, guys, I don't care that any of you are here. I am having my own conversation with Billy, and you are all welcome to listen. And we talked about all his characters and, where they come from and how he started. And, people were asking questions, and even he was offering advice, and to get advice from, someone who's really done it and who's a superstar in their own respect, it's incredible. And again, that goes back to that con moment, hey, I want to get into voice acting. And one of the biggest voice actors in the industry says, hey, this is how you should get started. That's a piece of advice that you probably want to listen to.
Yeah, especially if that's something you want to pursue.
Yeah, that's a good nugget.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
But that'll all be up on the site, comicconrevolution.com. There is a drop-down menu for panels. But again, like I said, give us till about April 1st for it to go up. The full schedule will be up, though.
Yeah, I think last year, the two that stick out, I got to do the Smallville panel.
Yes, you were awesome. So good at the Smallville panel.
That was great. But there's a Josie and the Pussycats reunion with Rachel Lee Cook and Tara Reid, which is really fun.
Rachel, I'm not that they're all not, and I'm not saying it. Rachel was such a sweetheart.
Oh, yeah.
You meet some people, and she was... I mean, she was just amazing. Like, you just had, there was a connection. She's just such a great person.
It's not a cliche. She is all that.
Yeah. Yes.
All that.
Well, Lainey, right?
Yeah.
Lainey Boggs.
Yeah. And then I got to moderate a panel with Ernie Hudson, which was mind blowing. Just a huge fan of him from The Crow and Ghostbusters and The Rock's Cradle. He was also on Comic Book Man. We made him dress up like an ice cream man. Driving an ice cream truck selling comics. But no, he went really in depth into why he loved acting and why he started. and why he continues to do it in his career. And it was really cool.
People don't realize Ernie has like almost 100 credits.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, you named some of the big ones. This man has been in everything.
Yeah.
Actually, and did you watch any part of the Quantum Leap reboot?
Oh yeah, he's in that
he
too.
was
Yeah.
great.
Oh yeah.
And how they tied him into who he was, I thought was very cool.
Yeah.
When that clicked for me. So, like I said, doing that kind of stuff as well. Definitely, if you've never been to a con and you're thinking you want to come on out, check it out. But don't come for an hour, run through the floor, think there's nothing more to do. Again, look at what we have on the website and plan. Spending a full weekend is not that hard.
No.
It really isn't.
It's
I
not.
mean, if you buy in advance, you can get on the show floor at 9. If you get a ticket at the door, you can get on at 10. The doors for the convention floor close at 6 on Saturday and 5 on Sunday. But again, you can really plan a full weekend. We do kids 12 and under are free, so we try and keep it affordable. A weekend tickets.
Nothing in Southern California is free.
I don't know what the gas is going to cost you to get there.
Yeah.
But we try and keep getting in the door affordable so you can get the things you want, get the photo ops you want, get the autographs you want, because that's why we do it. But
plenty of parking, huge lot there. Are the food trucks back?
The food trucks will be back.
Trucks are back, okay.
So there's always a good selection of 5 or 6 trucks out there. Cats and Comics will be back, so you can stop by their booth and adopt a kitty as well. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
They're very cute. You're thinking, I'm not coming to a Comic-Con to get a cat. All of a sudden, you're getting a cat. You're going to name it Loki or Thor, whatever it's going to be.
Yeah.
He or she will have a good Comic-Con nickname.
Yeah.
We also press and professional badges will be going up soon. We're also invented a new pass this year for content creators.
Oh.
So this was a little bit of a brainchild of ours where, the traditional press pass is for media in the traditional sense, written word, TV, radio. And we were getting a lot of content creators who were coming in, and they really didn't fit the category. So we created our own category for them. There's some requirements which will be on the website, which you can check out.
You got to post. You got to create the content about the convention.
Exactly,
yeah. Which you guys do anyways. So
right, and that's a part of it.
That's great.
But if you're someone who does that, again, check it out. If you meet the requirements, you'll get an opportunity to apply and you'll be working with me on that. So, you heard it here first. But again, all that stuff's probably going to go up end of the month, beginning of April. And like I said, we're looking at those kind of partnerships as well to really get the word out. The more people who hear about Comic-Con Revolution, the better the show's going to be. And that's what we're all about.
Yeah. So 9 years in, how do you make it better every year? How do you top yourself every year?
Well,
have you learned anything in the through 9 years of putting on this amazing convention?
Yeah, I mean, we have learned a lot, and every year, and I think we've been on a pretty good run of building a bigger and better guest list each year, and it kind of started with that first major reunion, which was Avatar.
Yep.
And just seeing how the fans took to that. I mean, honestly, like next year's year 10. So we're really already stressing about year 10 because it's a big anniversary. We're no longer a new con. Like, we really have to do something special. And I'm looking at this year's guest list, and again, what we've announced and what we are still planning to announce, I really don't know. We might have to just shut it down. I'm definitely stressed about year 10 and what we're going to do.
It's huge.
Might have to make it a month long. I don't know.
Yeah, look around. Most conventions, they don't celebrate 10-year anniversary.
No, listen.
You got to be doing a lot of things right.
It's a tough industry, and you have to care, and you've got to listen. You've got to listen to what people want, what people are saying. Every year we try and bring in bigger artists, bigger celebrities, bigger creators and bigger names. It's tough. I mean, it really has become a little more stressful than it used to be. But like I said, again, it's such an exciting thing to be able to build each year. And everyone always says, "Oh, when do you get started?" Well, this show ends at 5 p.m. on May 17th.
Yeah, 5:01.
Right. I'm going to take the night. But, 7 a.m. on the morning of the 18th, we will be in year 10 mode, and the year 10 build up should have a lot of opportunities for fans to share their thoughts, share their pictures, share their stories. Be part of the Comic-Con Revolution family. And I don't say that, to be cliche. It's like when I hear from people who are like, oh, we came last year, it was my first one, or oh, this is my 6th year, oh, this is my 5th year. That's great because it also means we're doing something right.
Yep.
I mean, people can spend their money anywhere, and if they're going to spend it with us, they're expecting bigger and better each year. And we know that to continue to earn your consumer trust, we have to keep doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I meet a lot of people. I see them every year.
Right.
See them every year. I'm there every year.
It's funny when
that's a big testament to a great convention.
I mean, at this year, I will have seen families coming with kids, and if you think about it, no, I mean, so let's say they
it's been 9 years,
right?
So
Let's say if they were
6,
10, right? I mean,
10, yeah, they're
right,
adults now,
right? And if they were 15, they could be bringing their kids, and there is some of that. So like that's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
we had a proposal one year. They come back every year.
So she said yes.
Yeah, she did say yes.
The
guy had reached out and he's like, "How can you guys help me make this special?" So we did it in a like Pictionary panel, and the artist drew, and it was a well and Will, and then he just turned around and looked at her and he screamed out, "I got it! Will you marry me?" And everyone laughed, and then they dropped down to one knee, and obviously the hands went up, and is this real? And so, like I said, and they come back, but they had met the previous year, and then he reached out and said he wanted to propose. So, like I said, like
that's awesome.
There are things like that, and again, you meet kids year in and year out who have been coming back, and like I said, after 9 years, you've watched them grow up, which is kind of funny. Like I said, it's just an added part of it, but that's how we look at the Comic-Con Revolution family.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's great. So May 16th to 17th, Ontario, California.
That's the spot.
Ontario Convention Center. It's literally right next to the airport. So if you're not in the Inland Empire,
fly in.
Southern California, you literally fly in and you can see the convention center.
It's 5 minutes from deplaning to the convention center.
Yep.
And I'm not kidding, because the airport's kind of small. And if you're in New York, there's a nonstop out of JFK on JetBlue.
That's the one you guys take, right?
So it's a nice, easy flight. It takes you right in on Friday night. You'll be ready to rock and roll. And you can even fly out on the red eye on Sunday.
Oh, which you guys also do. You'll be at home ready for work
right, exactly.
Monday morning.
Or,
you can hang up your signed poster on your office wall that morning.
Totally. Or you can call in with the Comic-Con flu, whatever it may be. But yeah, like I said, it's a pretty easily accessible place. And even if you're coming from San Diego or from Fresno or San Fran or Vegas, none of it's that bad. Whether you're flying in or even driving in, you can come. If there's something there that no one else is offering you, whether it's Ramita or, Katie Sackhoff or Kurt Angle or Tessa Blanchard, whoever it may be, make the trip, spend the weekend.
Plenty of hotels in the area.
It's a cool little town. It really is.
Sheridan, ton of great hotels right by the area. So,
and there might be a bar or two that's kind of cool to hang in if you're of age.
There might, if you're of age. If you need advice, look me up.
Find him. He knows all the good spots.
I've been to one or two spots out there. Yeah, for sure.
The Inland Empire loves Ming Chen. But we actually love the Inland Empire right back. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time.
Yeah.
Big time. So, ComicConRevolution.com.
That's the spot.
Follow on social media, Instagram,
Facebook, all of it.
Yeah, for updates. And then come say hi to us for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And say you saw this, and we'll give you a hug.
Yeah, I can't wait. So, come visit the vendors, the guests, Artist Alley, come to the panels.
All of it.
Visit the food trucks. Get a picture with the movie cars. Make a whole weekend out of it. Bring your friends, bring your family, bring your kids.
Definitely.
It's going to be amazing.
It will be.
May 16th and 17th.
Ontario, California.
Yeah, the Revolution. Comic-Con Revolution, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you there.